because I have not read through. I started reading it.
I always just assume Marco will teach me.
Oh, cool.
And this style of game, of which there's just a couple, is really nice because it's just like literally like read through, make a character by like choosing a name, and then like play this little mini game and just read through how to play it. And she's really like pick someone else
really cool
to do stuff with. And yeah. So this is The King is Dead. It's like it's made by Vincent Baker, who did Apocalypse World, with like all the other Apocalypse games are based on. And it's basically like Game of Thrones, where we each represent a house, and the King of Bantiv, Ivard III, High Prince of House Dillstone, Sovereign of the Seaward Coast, has died without an heir. Civil war is certain. You're a young warrior prince or warrior princess of one of the noble houses of Bantiv. You're caught up in this looming war of succession, but you aren't the one who will be crowned. Your more exalted cousins call upon you to fight for them, strive for them, and die for their coronation, but that's not the object of the game. The object of the game is to make a mess. So I think we are well able to do that.
That sounds awesome.
Weaponizing the usual meandering cat behavior that we have in our...
It'll be a stretch, but
somehow
I believe we can accomplish this.
Looks like Keith and I are in the card room. You all get the links for that?
I'm there too. I was hanging out in the lobby.
Oh yeah, I need to enter the card room.
Enter the card room.
Peter has entered the room.
What player am I? I'm
player 5 for some reason.
Sorry for yelling. Let's put it lowercase. Cool, normal human.
Oh, we can see each other's cursors too. That's cool. Great. This is
ooh, nice.
So we should just be able to hit the deal button to deal cards to your hand. And I think that when you hit that, we should see other. Do you see cards in my hand?
I have 3 cards.
Okay,
Are they yours?
Oh, yeah, I see that. And then you can just drag them out, and when you drag them out, they're face down. You can click them to flip them over, and so on.
Sorry, I completely missed that because I was trying to put a fancy font on my.
Peter wasn't paying attention.
What is it that I see at the bottom of the screen where I see cards?
That's your hand.
I haven't drawn any though.
Did someone give you cards? Deal. Oh,
I think when you I have some cards at the bottom too.
Like
okay, yeah.
Oh, so when you hit deal, it deals to everyone. Got it.
Got
okay,
a bunch.
Cool. Oh, okay.
So I think most of the time we're going to just be drawing cards off.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Awesome.
How many do we want?
So let's reset and start from the beginning.
It's as if you had ripped them from my hand.
Give me those.
I don't like playing this game already.
Oldest player goes first. That's either Peter or me, I think.
No, I think that's me.
Is it?
I'm December 28th, 1970.
Oh, yeah, I'm August 24th, 1970.
You're older.
Fight. Wait.
Holy crap.
Just a couple months.
I did not know that. I thought I was the. Oh, I thought I was the geezerist.
Not a chance. So the object of the game is to make a mess, create messy entanglements with the other players, fight with your friends, ally with your rivals, fall in love with your enemies. The object of the game isn't to see your character's house victorious in the succession war. You can work towards that if you want, or work against it, whatever you choose.
Choices.
So everyone's going to need to have the PDF open because like all the rules of all the games are in there.
Got it.
So we're each going to pick one of the houses. So basically we pick a house. There's basically like barbarians, the current house, the foreign people who have a claim to the throne, people who work for the current house, and people who took over the throne a while back but lost it.
And you know damn well I'm going to be picking at random because that's how I roll.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, let's roll some die.
I'm kind of feeling House and Antire, the ancient.
Where
crown.
are the houses?
They're on page 5.
5.
They're described in more detail in the back.
So you're going Antire.
I was thinking maybe the foreign power.
Cool. Targaryens.
Sure. I've read 2 books of Game of Thrones and seen 1 episode. And then I just kind of
That's
stopped.
plenty.
I'm
enough.
sorry, I don't mean to sound so.
I tried reading the first book, and it literally took me 3 times. I could not get through the prologue. The writing is so bad. I had to listen to it on audiobook to sort of power through.
Yeah, I
It's
did audiobooks.
not good.
Yeah, his writing is real bad.
But I did read it all, just like I did with.
Oh wow, I'm impressed.
You could just essentially take any country, especially during the War of Roses, and just.
Oh yeah.
There's an analog. He's not super creative.
No.
My die roll says that I will be House Oak, the loyal retainers.
All right,
Nice.
I was eyeing Sandorial. Sandriel. Instead of going random, I can do that. The usurpers.
Yeah.
Are there? Yeah. What do each of these things mean? That means
so-
I think I'm gonna grab the throne.
If
Yeah,
you scroll
so-
down, there's longer descriptions on
Ah.
the page.
That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll just read.
I will be wiping my nose a lot again because
Fair.
How's your booger maker? Nose.
Just,
That's the word for it.
just annoyingly congested till I get the splints out. So it's just like
Ugh.
having really bad congestion all week long.
I forgot the word for nose.
Let's see.
I like booger maker.
Booger maker.
I mean, that's what.
It adds
But
a
it
nice
does.
70s vibe to the
The
conversation.
entire pandemic has been finding little routes around words to get to them.
I mean, that's really apropos since the whole thing that spurred me to fix my deviated septum was the fact that my right nostril was so narrow that my walls were like almost touching. So like it always felt like I had boogers, even when there were none.
Oh.
So that's
Yeah,
why it
yeah.
annoyed me because I just always felt like I needed to blow my nose, even if there was nothing in there. So I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Make it stop. Fix my booger maker.
Yep.
Your maker.
To hold yourself above all of
All right.
Oh, that's right. And we're supposed to wait. Where is it? And then we have to pick 3 attractive qualities for our house, correct? Nothing.
So you'll pick.
Or is it in the
yeah.
description, or do we pick those?
Yeah.
I thought we picked them.
Yeah. So you pick 3 attractive qualities. Oh, this is different than the printed version because the printed version has other people picking it for you. But this is fine. Yeah, that works great. Yeah. So pick 3 attractive qualities.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to write all this on
I
my.
should write this down somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
why I enabled my whole screen text thing.
Yeah, the printed rules say choose 1 attractive quality for yourself, then go around the table and everyone in turn chooses 1 for you.
Oh, that's kind of
Oh,
Fun.
interesting.
I don't
Let's do
mind
that
doing
way.
I don't mind
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
Where
good.
are
me,
the where are
yeah.
the attractive qualities? There they are. Found them.
Let's see.
Accomplished at arms, athletic, beautiful, bold, brash.
Let me fire up my Notepad++.
Oh yeah, another Notepad++ enthusiast.
I love Notepad++.
I can't move over to Mac OS just because I can't port Notepad++. So it's my word star.
It
I
is
just-
the best.
No.
Somehow picked up Text Wrangler from whatever
Oh, yeah.
biologist who had taught themselves programming, who wrote a book for biologists. Just this like telephone game where I started learning programming. So which is now BB Edit.
I just posted a link to a new spreadsheet, so we can put all our stuff there, so we can see it
Spreadsheet
all.
party. Oh, we
Spreadsheet
need another
party.
spreadsheet party.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
we should have another one.
Yeah, Text Wrangler is my favorite thing in Mac OS for editing text.
Let's see.
Okay.
Time.
Can we pick one for ourselves?
Yeah, let's do the pick 1 for ourselves, and then everyone else picks 1.
I'll book a musical. Hello.
Let's see.
Where's my
House name attractive.
Okay. Well, since we are retainers, I'm just going to be stupid and obvious and pick accomplished at arms.
Mm.
Nice.
Ooh.
What's my house name again? House entire and
Accomplished at arms and
my name
legs as
is-
well.
my
Hey,
name is Cal. Cal.
Oh,
Cool. I'm gonna
Yes.
pick.
Dead.
I'm gonna take.
Sandor.
Let me read more about myself here.
I will take courageous for my first one.
I keep forgetting that you're playing, Mark. I'm like, Mark, you're the GM.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. It's
What
like,
are
wait,
you doing?
why is he picking stuff like a normie?
Peter took the education. Maybe I'll be
You can-
musical.
You can double up too.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
But there's also music.
Woohoo!
Mine is like compulsively format stuff.
I want to see what names Nicole and Pete pick out so I can
I know.
pick something wildly foreign sounding that's
Um,
in the
Nice.
same
I know I might get a let me see a
linguistic
name
universe.
generator.
I had
I'm
one, but then it was too close to Prince Humperdinck. I was like, I don't be.
Oh no!
I didn't mean to be.
Mark, is there an analog for what
Never
Sandor
even
Real
played.
is in the Game of Thrones word? The
Sandoriel
usurpers?
is the usurpers, so I think they're the Lannisters, maybe.
Lannisters?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Maybe we're not
I-
musical.
I think he stole Sandor from that. So
Yeah, Sandor Clegane.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds
Okay.
familiar to me.
I am Prince Sarvo. Saarvo. Sarvo.
What is your house, Keith?
I am House Oak, the retainers. Yes, House Oak, the loyal retainers.
Ooh, maybe I'll be
Um,
I'll be courteous so that we're like very manners.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck you up with our politeness.
Okay, so now I need to pick a quality for each of you fuckers.
Prince
Yeah.
Sarvo. That's a good name. What is the name generator? Right. Name generator. Fantasy name. Give it to me.
I guess just for keeping it easy, we'll go in the order of rows for what the order of the things are down here. So me, Nicole, Peter, Heath, depending on who. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I just used a pirate name generator and I got Bronislaw.
Nice.
I'm going to say that Peter is graceful.
Yes.
Nice.
Approve this plan.
And let's see. And that Mark, that he's brooding he is.
Yeah, the
True.
Mhm.
I'm gonna,
And
what is a big I don't know anything about royalty. What is it? What is it?
Sandoriel is patience.
and that
Goodness.
that Nicole, she's so brash.
That very brash, aggressive politeness.
Okay, I will add to that with energetic.
Wait, but now she's got 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I figured that's how it would work if we were all
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
all.
I thought we had. Oh, okay. I thought we were supposed to pick 3. Sorry.
Yeah, we pick one for ourselves, so then everyone else is gonna pick one for our.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because
Or-
it says different. Because in the printed
Yeah.
one, it just says choose 3. So that's why I was
Yeah.
confused.
Sir Bronislaw. I'm very polite and very in your face, but I'll wait. Don't worry.
Sir Bronislaw is
Those
so
foreigners are beautiful.
brashly
Yay.
courteous.
Exotic station.
They're exotic.
I'm gonna make him tall.
Brash-
Apparently we're just all very short.
Brashly courteous is that like, would you like a cup of tea?
No,
How would you
please,
like it?
you go first.
I guess Heath is steadfast. Makes sense.
Fast. What is Mark? Brooding, bold, ooh, courageous. What else are you?
So the oaks are the Starks, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think so. Steadfast
Oh yeah, I
thoughtful.
should read more about myself. What am I all about?
I'm a prince or princess of one of the unnamed tribes.
Princess, a house of bodyguards, knights, and counselors, steadfast to 4 generations of Dillstone rule.
Maybe I'll change my name to something.
Hillstone.
Hey, whoever picks steadfast,
Oh,
it says so right there in my description. You were right on.
You're right. Comfort food. That's what
Um,
Oh, that's okay. I like that name. I think.
Oh, there we go. I have 6 muster to begin with. That's why I pulled up my text inlay.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
So I can do that. 6 muster. What?
We could put the muster in the spreadsheet, right?
Yeah. Mustard. There we go. Mustard.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that works too. Put it up there.
I figure I have these fancy abilities in my camera software. Why not use them?
oh, cool.
okay, Mark is musical. I'll get on one more.
Nice.
And Heath is got like courageous up there, steadfast, thoughtful. The guys with the weapons. I'll also give you athletic.
Makes sense.
Peter has
Sounds like me.
gone to school and is very pretty.
Yay!
Educated foreigners.
I'm courteous, patient, brass, and energetic. Okay.
I'm sorry about making that
I like it.
more
That's great.
contradictory.
But that's fun.
Oh man.
It is fun.
Yeah,
I
I
can't wait to
could
see her be brashly patient and courteous.
have gone ahead and changed my name to be a French medieval name.
Oh, nice.
Ghost.
I'm Sir Bronislaw. First of my name. Ooh, Pee Poops is here.
Oh, peepoops.
Oh yeah, you guys saw the picture of the giant raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting close. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, it's hard to.
Oh, I see Sir Bronislaw has more muster than me. I
Oh,
don't even know what that means, but it will not stand.
I got more mustard.
so
I think
much
whoever-
Dijon.
Yeah, so I have the printed version here.
Oh, cool.
And the rules for muster are completely different. So this is interesting.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm using the PDF, so we're all on the same page. I'm curious.
Seems
what
like
the
a good
differences
idea.
Are. Yeah. Cool. So looks like we got characters made. Boo.
Need to remember all my house traits here.
Basically what happens is we go around and pick one of these games to play. And I go first, and when you first turn the game, I have to choose intrigue and muster, and that basically like sets stuff up. But each game is just like you pick like something you want to do, and some of them are with another person or by yourself or with everyone else, and just follow the instructions. Get into trouble. If you don't know what game to choose, intrigue and muster is always fun. Spotlight, the usual stuff. If someone asks you a question about your character, make it up. And if you can't think of anything, ask questions. If you're not playing the current game, you can flip through the other games and see if you want to see something next. It's possible to get killed, but you basically can only choose to get killed. But you still be playing for your house. And then once we go around once, anyone whose turn it is can choose to end the game. And you just choose end game for your game.
Note.
So like, just looking through here, reading, so like an animated disagreement, that is one of the games?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like, pick someone to have an argument with. Yeah.
Right. Cool. I see.
I think that's it. So I'll start with Intrigue Buster.
Because you have to.
Boom. So I'm going to pick, choose an event and read it. I don't choose from my own house. And then musters will be adjusted. Don't go below 3. Great. Should reposition. Oh, so this is a positional thing. Oh, that's different.
What?
That's cool. So it's not, you don't have like muster points. This is order of who is on top to get coordinated.
For anyone playing along at home, we're on page 18. The Intrigue and Muster game.
Sweet. So if you're
Thank you.
say where are we?
We're all playing along at home, actually.
So if Peter gets a point of muster, he'll go to 4, and that'll knock me down to 3.
Oh, okay. We can't tie.
No, yeah. Interesting. So let me put like a little muster tracker over here for
Mustard tracker.
Mustard tracker.
Mustard tracker. So I can only go through 3. Great. So let's see. Here's Ross. Here's Loud Owl. And then Prince Arvo.
In honor of the great Tom Sarvo.
Great. So we'll just move our musters around there. Easy.
Yeah, I guess I don't really.
And we don't track houses that aren't playing. Cool. So I'm going to pick one of these things, not for my house. Boy, what do we get? Let's see. You are. Let me do this. Oh boy, that sucks. Oh, look, these are all bad.
Sorry, we're on page 8.
18.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, so
There we are.
so you can increase your house's muster or decrease or increase someone else's house's muster?
Yeah, basically you have to pick off the list, off of one of the house lists that's not your house. So basically you're saying you're altering people's position by picking one of these things happening.
Using a paperclip on the side of this page.
Yeah. Oh, that's what the paperclip is for. Okay. Got it.
This is muster by the required amount. Don't go above 8. It's your new position and your old position.
Let's see. I'm going to go with, which one is this here? That's me. Great. Let's do House Sandoriel calls upon the support of House Antire against their shared ancestral enemies. Antire loses 1 muster, and Sandoriel gains 1 muster.
Yeah, I like that.
So we increase them in order from highest to lowest. When they're increasing, go highest to lowest. That's decreasing. Oh, no wonder they changed that rule. Cool. So yeah, see, I'm choosing that one from Nest. So what did I just read?
I got 8 now.
Okay, so you're 8 and
I'm the winner. So I win.
Did I say which one did I say was going down? I lost.
Was it Antire?
Yeah, you had your own.
Yeah. So I go down to 3.
3, and then I get.
You get Let me see. Increasing your. Everyone displaced increases their house's muster by 1. Yeah, so you go up 1 and I go down 1.
Oh, okay.
Are
No,
you
this-
choosing one that's under your house?
No, you choose one that's not under your house.
Okay.
What are the events under each house? I'm confused on that.
There's lists on the following pages.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
see.
1920,
Oh,
19 through
okay.
23. Yeah.
I'm just choosing
You
someone
just-
else's
Yeah,
one.
you just
Yeah, so
don't,
I
don't-
chose one from the house Sandoriel. So
Because we
Sandoriel.
are the best.
Yeah. So Nicole's house is calling for my support, basically.
Oh,
In
I
this
see.
game, Mark, I'm called Sir Bronislaw.
Oh, Sir Bronislaw is calling.
And I'm
or
cousin of the Prince de Sandorial.
Yeah, and that is my game. So who goes next? Do you want to go in? Let's see. Let's go Nicole then. Yeah.
So I'm just picking one that's not in mine.
Yep. Oh, so you're just picking a game to play.
What?
So there's the list of games.
Eating sword to sword,
Yeah.
a bloody skirmish.
I'm very confused by that game.
I don't understand what we're doing. Okay,
So
stealing time together, sword to sword. I'm just choosing one of these things.
Yeah. So on page 3, there's the whole list of them.
Trials
Oh.
by
Oh,
contest.
that's good to know.
Oh,
Yeah. So far
Okay.
the setup is your house is calling on my house for support.
all right.
And so you can pick
Like,
one of
what's
these.
up?
It might be something with me, or it might be something with someone else, or
Okay.
whatever you like.
I'm like,
So
All
just
right.
for story purposes, what just happened? What did you just pick? House Sandorial did what?
Hassan Doreal called for my support in getting coronation.
it's time to lick the eggs.
That's
Lick the eggs. Oh, sorry. Oh, got too excited. Sorry, the fox was licking eggs. So I'm choosing a game
You're
on
choosing
page
a game.
3. An animated skirmish, a disagreement, a bloody skirmish, a chase, conversation over food, a dance, intrigue and muster, meeting sword to sword, stealing time together, trials by contest, war. I am interested in order doesn't matter.
Nope.
Except don't do the last one.
Yeah, just don't do that game until at least everyone has had a turn.
Okay, I'm wondering. So I called on you to help me. So I'm wondering if we might do intrigue and muster. I
So
don't know what
would
that
be
means.
that's going to be you picking something else to happen off of one of those lists.
Oh, that's
so
what you
that's-
just did.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
totally cool.
okay.
You could totally do that.
No, okay. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, what do we? Let's do a dance. What's a
Okay,
dance?
cool. A dance.
Dance time.
Dance.
Page 16.
I'm getting there.
A dance.
Scrolly, scroll.
Scroll, scroll.
Scroll. A dance. All right. Choose one of the other players to be your partner in the dance. Ask them how you two came to be dancing together. Other players can join freely if it makes sense for their characters to also be present at the dance. Ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood? During the dance, anyone can ask for details about the setting, occasion, and circumstances.
Oh my.
Ooh. And then we
Ooh.
take turns asking each other questions.
Mhm.
I feel wait, each of you gets asked the other 2 questions, taking turns, and the dance ends. If the other players have joined the dance, you each get to ask 2 questions in total. Oh my gosh. Mark, maybe you can help conduct this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like probably Prince Sarvo and I are dancing.
Cool.
Just because we are both associated
Dude.
with the belated, what is it, the Oaks? No, you're the Oaks.
Yeah.
I'm the Oaks.
The attack.
I figure we're at the dance and I'm like trying to get you off on your own to talk to you.
I imagine Goss could be at the dance, but he's probably found a mirror and is just practicing technique in front of it.
And anyone is welcome to join us, of course.
So you ask Prince Sarvo how you came to be dancing together.
Oh, Prince Sarvo. For what do I get this ignited pleasure?
Well, I think it was because, you see, there had been numerous threats against your house. So naturally, us being the loyal retainers, the people with swords, you hired the best to come and guard you. And then you were like, well, as long as you're going to be sitting here guarding me, might as well have some fun as well and not just stand around and stare at each other. Prince Sarvo's not really big on dancing, but you're the one paying, and I can't really say no.
Making my bodyguard dance with me.
And it's very awkward because I have a lot of armor and a sword we have to keep repositioning. And
so then you ask each other, how do you look to me and what's your mood?
I'm just thinking, sorry.
How do you, we ask each other
So
how
does that count as our 2 questions each?
No, that's the setup.
Oh, this is just a setup. Gotcha.
Okay. And I figure I'm like a sir, like a knight in there, but like probably not as like warlike as you, more silver tongued.
Yeah, you've probably got a little more in the other departments than the brawn.
It's aggressively polite.
Uh,
No, you go first. How
so-
do I look to you?
Wait, if I'm supposed to ask you how you look to me? As
think
in,
we're
like,
supposed
asking you
to-
to describe yourself to me?
How do you look to me? Oh, I guess we're describing ourselves to each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you look to me?
I look, let me remind myself of my attractive qualities. One moment. Courteous, patient, brash, energetic. I look like someone who is always kind of tilted a little too forward and is a little bit too into your personal space, but somehow immediately forgiven. I'm using lots of Kino escalation, and we've already have several inside jokes. I'm not the most attractive. I'm not graceful, beautiful, tall, and elegant. But I'm thinking like kind of little fingery. Like I've already like starting to smarmy you up aggressively.
And as far as sir, you are appearing to me a man. Is this correct?
Sure. I think I am a man, and I have like slicked back,
right.
dark hair.
Just worried about our beards possibly catching like Velcro if we dance too closely.
Oh, I never keep a beard.
Oh, you stay.
Never know when there's going to be a fire around, right?
Is that? Are there a lot of fires at your house? Something happens a lot with you?
The lady's not a great cook.
I pretty much already described myself, but he's a little more unkempt. He does have a beard. You know, his hair is not fixed. You know, he like probably ran his fingers through it to try to look a little more presentable. You know, he's equipped for the job, armored, sword, a bit, again, not real graceful, doing his best, but it's like, I'm more, you know, more comfortable with fighting. That's where I know how to move. I don't really know how to move on the dance floor very well. We'll make do. What is your mood?
Yeah,
Sir
I think
Branislaw?
I'm imagining Sir Branislaw is amused and delighted at Prince Sarvo's discomfort, and is kind of playing at that, and like good naturedly playing at it, like you would. I know you don't deal with all of these dances and pleasantries, so I'll lead you around in this dance.
Oh yes, I mean, I did wonder, being that normally I dance with ladies, and usually the men lead the ladies. When there's 2 men dancing, I guess you're paying, so you would be the leader in this case, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm here to merely do your duty.
And then Branislaw asks Sarvo what his mood is.
What is your mood, Prince Sarvo?
a bit, businesslike, but
Constantly looking over my
Uh,
shoulder at
in-
Gossa.
I'm here to do a job to protect you, but this whole situation, you can't help but start and lighten up a little bit. It was like, well, if the boss commands me to dance, I suppose I must dance. I mean, I've had worse jobs. It was better than when we had to, keep guard out in the snow all night long outside the castle on the coldest night of winter. And I mean, so overall, there's worse gigs to have.
I never go outside if I can help it.
And then during the dance, each of you take turns asking questions. So you each get 2 questions each, and it says the worst dancer asks the first question. So I'm guessing that's Sarvo.
I think that's definitely going to
Well done with the modesty.
be me. Let's see.
Oh, and the questions are on the next page.
Oh, they are. Oh, thank you.
I thought we were just asking randomly.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't realize there was. Oh.
I was going to ask you about this Gossy fellow.
Well, again, you know how I love my picking at random. So the first one I saw was, my face is close to yours. Do you turn subtly toward me or subtly away?
I definitely turn subtly towards you. I think Sir Bronislaw has a lot of like. I'm also imagining he's kind of got a seedy queer reputation as well, and hopes to make Prince Sarvo a little uncomfortable.
I think that was done before.
So leans in a little closer and smells his beard a little. Do you use beard oil, or is this?
No, that's probably just accidental from when I was oiling my sword. Probably got a little bit on there.
I can't quite place it. It smells just like one of the perfumeries I used. Oh, you're saying it's just your sword?
It's it's a weapon oil, ma'am, Sir Bronze. But I'm glad it is pleasing to your nostrils.
Very.
I'd hate for my weapon oil to be offensive.
And if Goss joins the dance and is like, whatever, Goss can also ask 2 questions, and you can choose which one to ask.
I appreciate that. I seriously think Goss is just staring in the mirror. I've been at so many dances. I know who this guy is.
Yeah. Call is not dancing. They don't do that.
I figured Call was either dancing or interrupting.
Call is out wrestling pigs, I think.
Yes.
So Bronislaw get his first question then?
Yes. Prince Sarvo, at this moment in the dance, you laugh. At what are you laughing?
I think I'm laughing because I just realized that sort of the steps we're doing in the dance very closely resemble a classical sword fighting technique when taking on a group of 3 or more. It's very similar. You see, you kind of do these same steps to defend against that one while attacking that one, then defend against that one while attacking that one.
So Sarvo's used to taking on 3 guys at a time.
Is what we've learned from this.
That's what I'm learning.
I never realized that dancing and fighting were so closely related before.
Oh, so very close. Much like
Look how ominous that sounds.
I should do the weird whisper. I have been in love with you since your mother stopped being in love with me, and then I started. How many?
Is it Sarvo's question?
So yes, I'll go back to. You may, at this moment in the dance, place your hand upon my elbow, my shoulder, my waist, or my hip. Which do you choose?
Oh, this is obvious. I'm gonna put it on your waist, as if you were a beautiful lady. Prince Sarvo, you said you have never gotten to see things from this perspective, and you also may never get the opportunity to do this in front of your men and them not laugh at you. So might as well enjoy the perspective. And now you'll understand what the fair ladies get to experience in a dance is actually to be led around actually requires quite a bit of leading itself, you will find.
Very, very interesting. I don't think I've ever had my hip touched, so normally I'd be very paranoid that you were going for my sword, but since I'm here to protect you, that would be very counterproductive of you to go for my sword to kill yourself.
Yes,
So
obviously I went for your sword way before.
Whoa.
Heyo.
I think it's Bronislav's last question.
Oh wait, I get another?
Oh, we have two each.
Oh wait, Bronislav's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Trying
just
to remember who I am.
Who am I? I know our names are so.
I'm not Bronislav.
I'm Bronislav. Let me
That's
see.
you.
But I do lose my place in the dance. Do you let me stumble or do you draw me back into place?
Of course, I draw you back into place, for it's my job to keep on guard for all eventualities. And it's just it's instincts. I can't even help it. You stumble, I grab you. I've got you.
And then the
Yeah, you
dance
seem to-
ends.
I am in good hands.
Nice. Peter.
Oh crap! I should have been looking at games this whole time.
But no, with
Constantly.
that homoerotic
Right?
display, you
how
have
could you
no
have
time
turned
to do
away?
anything.
There's already fan fiction being written about us.
I know.
Hooray! Let's see.
There are Sarvo Bronislaw shippers all over the internet.
Sarvoslav.
Tarvoslav.
Oh man. Ideal by feet.
I do like the idea that the gossip was there the whole time and we were like,
Right.
just seeing this.
Yeah, he's just kind of looking at an angle so that he can see what's going on in the mirror.
By the way, I think I just realized I was going to post a link, but I didn't attend this, but I think I just realized that I am Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yes, you are.
Sir Friendzone. Yeah.
Oh,
I just the look I had in my head, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that guy. That's who me."
Yeah.
Let's see.
yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of the hill people that gets hired and then immediately killed in the
I
first
think
season.
I am a little finger, a little Jamie.
Just curious, did you purposely put 2 A's in dead on the spreadsheet? That was
No.
a creative
My-
choice.
my A, sometimes W double all the time now.
Oh.
Either 0
And-
or 2.
Yeah, so I can't
Awesome.
get it. Yeah. King is dead. My
King
parents
is
are dead.
Dad.
That's not gonna go away till I get a new computer, so
That's a bummer. It's a big
live
bummer.
with it.
Yeah, lean into it. There you go.
Okay, I'm a little overwhelmed by the choices, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that
You can always
Kyle-
choose intrigue and muster is always an easy choice if you can't think of anything else.
Well, Oh, okay, that actually might be a useful choice at this
Mhm.
point. I'll do intrigue and muster. Scroll.
No, I want like a little bookmark on the.
Jump
Yeah,
to
right?
Yeah. Oh,
And then
maybe
just-
I have,
pick one that's not from your house.
Oh, maybe I can have 2 of them open.
and I can't pick Dullestone or Lunest because that's me. House of Oak I can do. Sorry, let's.
No, that's
Yeah,
take
there's a lot of
care
Oh,
stuff.
no.
No, you're.
There's
I
no
felt,
rush.
I felt that same way. I
We're
appreciate
all
everyone's
learning
patience.
together. one of the good things about not having a huge built-in stream audience is you don't really have to worry about like, oh, are we
Yeah.
entertaining the thousands of people watching us?
Whoever's watching it is because they want to watch us do this.
Oh no. Okay, I am going to do intrigue and muster, and I will say House Sandoreal.
Mm.
I'm going to pick it from there. I'm going to say House Sandoreal assassinates a powerful general of House Oak in her own home.
Oh, oopsie.
House Oak loses 1 muster.
Whoopsie.
Oh, damn.
While we
Dare
were
you, sir.
dancing.
So Starbuck goes down to 5. Is that right?
That's why I held
No.
you so close.
Yeah.
Dare you, sir?
Starbuck goes to 5. Man, Bronislaw's all the way up there.
I'm
Awesome.
not affecting the outcome of this.
Cool. Sarva, what game do you want to play?
Well,
Oberon
I
is
think
the other
that
guy.
Revenge.
while we are dancing, one of my men comes to me to let me know that one of the members of House Oak has just been assassinated
Oh.
by House
Sandoreal.
Lunesta. Oh wait, no.
Oh,
Wait, who you did the
I'm
assassinating, right?
Sandoreal.
yeah.
I did it.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's even
Peter
better.
made me do it.
This is true.
Even better. Well, as much as I, as much as I would like to spread it around, I feel like story dictates that this would have to be focused on on Sir Bronislaw once this news, and I break
Yeah.
away from our dance. I go, "How dare you, sir?
What?
I just so you know, my house stands for honor among all things. I could have killed you right here in our dance, but I will not because I'm an honorable man. And yet
Oh.
you kill members of my house while keeping me busy dancing. You and I, sir, shall meet sword to sword on page
Ooh.
25.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
I do hope so.
What have I done?
Oh, this is not
Made
the
a
type of
mess.
sword I thought it was going to be.
You,
Heyo.
sir, will be
Or
my
is
enemy in
it?
combat.
Or is it?
So decide how we came to be standing alone sword to sword. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
It makes sense.
And then ask each of you ask, how do you look
So,
to me? What's your
so
mood?
now, how do you look to me?
I think I was hoping you would not find out during the dance.
Probably. Yeah.
I think I was definitely keeping you busy, flirting with you, but was hoping that you would find this news when you were far, far away from me, and I would not be implicated because I'm a creature of tongues, not of swords, and I think I like for the first time look less confident, and I'm like, very well.
You got caught.
So I, to you, the tables have turned. I now suddenly look more in my element and come like, okay, this is better. Now this is I know what to do in this situation.
This is Sauron's house.
I have my hand on my sword. I now stand straight and have just a new air of adeptness and confidence about me that makes me even more attractive, which is sad because now I hate you and want to kill you.
I sure hope it is
Yeah.
like dancing.
Oh, God.
So what is your mood, Sir Bronislaw?
Oh no. Did you ask me my mood?
Yes, your mood.
Oh,
That's
my
the second-
mood. I'm worried,
Mhm.
but still trying to be, still trying to have the veneer of joking and like. Some of the flirting, I guess, was a little genuine. It always has to be. How is your mood?
Angry, very
Mm.
down to business, but fair. And we're because I know that, I mean, in a fair fight, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
Oh, well, then let's hope it's not fair.
So the player whose house has the lower muster begins combat by asking a leading question from the next
Oh
page.
no, it's not me.
Okay.
And then you ask them back and forth. After the third question, you can ask a closing question instead of a leading question.
Oh my! It's a leading
And then you keep
question.
going back and forth until combat ends.
So this is like one of those great like fighting banter scenes where we banter as we fight.
I'm not right-handed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I guess it depends on what you pick. Because some of them were like, "What are you saying?" So they're like, "Do you fucking kill me?"
You get your sword inside my garden, cut me across the ribs.
I'm gonna ask question 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, this is
5,
gonna be
6,
just
7.
as sexy.
I overreach, and you have the opportunity for a dirty little blow.
Ooh,
A kick to the knee or an elbow to the ear. Do you take it?
I do not. I think I show you that I could. And I think I gave you like a little tickle with the tip of my
little
sword.
tap.
I think I'm a little bit Oberon as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense that I overreached.
Fan
'cause, you know,
snake.
I'm angry.
Yes, anger always.
All right. So now
Is it my turn to ask?
I
Yep,
believe so,
leading
right?
question.
Leading question. Let me see these. Let me just do a random. We circle guards up, swords between us. So I guess we're like, what do you say?
Oh. Well, my respect for you has risen that you did not take a coward's move and you fight honorably. Therefore, I shall try and make your death swift.
Oh.
I will ask another leading question. God, if I can type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I hammer into your guard, and you
So
bear.
sexual.
I know, right? Isn't it?
Ooh.
I'm like the way this is.
Intentionally,
The way
yes.
that I was gonna say the way this is all worded is very intentional. I'm very
I
positive.
like it.
Yes.
I hammer into your guard, and you barely hold it. A fraction less, and you'd been laid open. Does it fire you or chill you?
I think I'm starting to get into the dance. So I think I'm starting to get a little turned on by it. I'm
starting-
like, all right, let's go.
You as well are starting to appreciate the fighty side, while I'm appreciating the dancey side.
I am beginning to see what you were saying about it being a lot like dancing. So therefore,
So now you can ask any leading or closing question.
I had a leading one I wanted to ask. Let me see.
Yeah. Your call.
I still want to ask a leading one. I catch your wrist in my hand and draw you close to me. Do you let your sword drop or do you shove me away and fight on?
I think there's a moment of hesitation, of confusion, but my instincts kick in, being that is what I do, and shove you away, fight on, because I must avenge my house.
Can't be too easy to be caught.
Oh, no.
Oh, but nice try.
Must keep up appearances. I
Okay.
understand.
I'm going totally random as to which I've rolled, whether I rolled a leading or a closing question,
Oh, nice.
and then I will roll what
I might get out
the
some
question
dice.
is. Because I like being random.
Yeah, the random is very fun with this.
You get a closing question.
Da-da-da.
Ooh.
I get my sword's edge across your throat.
Oof.
Do you submit or flee?
I flee.
Surprising. I thought she'd submit. He'd submit.
Yeah.
Oak is
I-
victorious.
Oak is victorious. Yes.
Cool.
I'm curious I'm just curious from a story perspective how you managed to flee, since my goal is to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, maybe I don't. I'm trying to make sure it makes
No,
sense.
you can
with
pick it.
the
It's, no,
story.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
I was just thinking
Just more of a
Bronislaw
flavor, I
probably
want to know how
would
he-
flee.
no. I mean, I like
Maybe
the
someone else
option.
tries to break up the fight and like gets in the way, or
Yeah, I
Goss
was
shows
thinking
up.
that. Yeah, maybe
pistols drawn.
Goss is like, I heard there was a fight, and I'm imagining that I just kind of roll away.
You probably have like some secret exit I don't know about. You like push a book and a shelf opens. And
Or
go out
maybe
your
after
escape hatch.
after the wrist grab, you like hesitated again when he tried to get away. You're like, oh, fuck, he got away.
Oh, Sir Bronislaw, your day will come.
He's got his claws in you.
Why do I have funny feelings for Sir Bronislaw?
I feel like Goss has come out holding a tiny little drink, announcing that refreshments are now served in the foyer.
Let's see, Santa Real. I think I'm gonna go to
Swordplay.
I think I'm gonna go to trials by contest and see what that's like.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. That's on page 28.
Thank you, sir.
And Carl is gonna call out Sir Bronislaw.
Oh.
What the fuck, man?
Because I'm a House Oak called my house to defend or to fight with them.
Oh.
And so
Jeez.
after hearing about this assassination attempt by these cowards from overseas, we're gonna
Oh
have
wait,
two
I did the
words.
assassination? I thought it was.
Oh no, sorry, the usurpers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
You're
keep
crazy.
getting
cowardly
like
usurpers.
secretly implicated though.
Yeah.
Eventually, it may be revealed that everybody's favorite Goss is
He's harmless. He's harmless. He thinks he has a claim to the
harmless and
throne.
delightful, I would say.
Yes, and very beautiful. I have not gotten close enough to him, but I would love a conversation.
So the way this works is we agree how his trial came out. And I think it's probably, would it be okay if the combined forces of Oak and Antire sort of dragged you out and were like in the courtyard of the palace where the dance was going on?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Are you asking me if it's okay?
Yeah.
Drag me out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And so then,
I feel like
How-
I deserve it.
how do you look to me?
Is this immediately after the fight?
I think it's like probably like the day after or something.
Yeah, I
like,
imagine I like snuck
Yeah.
away. Probably had a nice.
there was probably a search and a fight.
Probably
in
had a
between
little night orgy or two.
there.
Like you do.
Come
Like
back.
you do.
And then
Apple
you-
juice.
Yeah, I'm like getting my breakfast. Pull me out in the courtyard. I look. How do I look to you? I look beseeching and polite, like just ready to be courtly and wheedle my way out of whatever's gonna happen. I've got the mask is back on.
Right.
I've had my my coffee. How do you look?
Maybe this is the first time like you've actually seen anyone from my house, and I'm there with like some of my guys, and House Oak is back there too, and like they're just like people who live in the hills, and
No.
we're not like don't really distinguish male and female. It's just like whoever's got furs and mud and a sharp stick is lined up, and they're all calling for your blood. But I'm like, we're here. We're gonna do it this way, the way they do it here. Yeah, there's like this thing like you've never seen. If you came across me in the woods, you'd be like, that's a troll. What is your mood? I guess.
I think my mood is kind of smirky,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you can't there's can't get anything on me. I'm blameless.
So you said you are like Littlefinger, right? Did you say that earlier?
Yes,
Because that's so apropos. I'm like, yep, you're Littlefinger.
I'm a little finger and like Oberyn mixed together, like a little queer little finger, little bisexual little finger. Yes.
You just have the power that Littlefinger always wish he had on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do have, and in like a Jaime Lannister position. Yeah, what's your mood? Do you guys get nudes?
Yeah, I think my mood is sort of, it's not like self-righteous, but I think I'm like excited to kind of like prove myself to Prince Sarvo at this point, because he just kind of like, I think they called on us like, get those monsters from the hills to come help out. I'm like, cool, it's my first opportunity to show like, not only are we good at beating people up, but like we can do the whole protocol thing and do this properly instead of just burning your palace down. And so we go back and forth choosing these trials, and then just do what they say, and we always have to escalate until one person admits that they've the other person has proved their position.
Sorry, which one are we in? Which game?
This is Trials by Contest.
Oh,
page
great.
28.
I do like these. That's
So,
what I'm good at.
I
Trials.
think I'm going to start. I'll start off. I'm just going to be start off with trial 1 by oath, and I just like sort of like turn my back in you and like yell at the crowd like this. This betrayer has used unseemly methods to gain advantage over the people that they that were protecting them. They use assassination and deceit to shore up their own power on those who are under them. And so I think that they have no claim to the throne and should withdraw themselves immediately. And then you can either accept that I have proven my position, or you can escalate to another trial.
I would love to escalate to another trial. Am I allowed to answer it?
Yeah, so you answer it by escalating.
But also like with words, because I like words.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always called assassination depending on where you are. And where I have been has been in the ruling family of this land for quite some time until the recent interval. And I can do any of these?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's 2 or higher.
Straight to death.
We can do that.
By ordeal, by feat,
Oath, and then
food
suicide.
divination, ransom, torture. Ooh.
Trial by
Combat,
hot dog
death.
eating
I'll just
contest.
kill myself.
Exactly.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really interested in this divination one because I feel like I have all the like priests and priestesses in my. I feel like it's like Littlefinger's brothels.
Yeah. Are you calling upon your gods or my gods?
I'm gonna call upon your gods, but I figured that I have probably already like visited them and been like, cool.
Okay. So you flip one coin, and see if it says tails.
I don't have a coin. Let me find a digital coin. Flip a coin, Google. Just flip a coin. Got it. Okay, I flip a coin, and then from that, what happens?
So if you get at least one head, so if it's heads, the gods pronounce in your favor. Then it's my turn.
Okay.
If it called upon their gods, though, it would be an act of blasphemy for them to deny now that you proved. Oh, so if you get a head.
Oh, it's like a double.
Yeah.
Like I would get more chances if it was my gods, but with yours, you can't. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with yours because I feel like I've like sprinkled some little spiders in there.
So what does the divination look like?
Call. I know the way things are done around here is different than the way things are done in the hills. And I want to honor that because this is a kingdom that is sometimes, what can we say, bound up by its own rules and strictures. And I think we could ask your own gods what they think. And I think if we could search their truth, they would be able to tell you, I am the rightful family. My family, not me. No, my cousin, not his rightful. Prince Sandareal. So I shall call upon your high priest, and I know him by name. Priest. It's a priest rule. So, priest rule, please throw the bones for us, and I will place my fate in the fate of something higher than myself, as I always have done. All right, let me flip this coin. All right, I flipped heads. That's good.
Oh, that's good for you.
Oh shit! Yes. Okay.
So the gods pronounce in your favor, and it would
Yeah.
be an act of blasphemy to deny you preposition.
Yeah. By my gods and by your gods.
But now,
yes,
so how does that manifest itself? How have his gods shown
what
that they favor you?
What does the priest do to?
I'm gonna make that up.
Yeah.
I call upon them, and they do like the turtle shell divination. So they have like some kind of shell, and they light it over a fire, and it cracks in certain ways. And then they pull up the shell, and it has my family's crest.
Nice.
And I have like planted that fucking shell.
Yeah.
I think Carl
Miracle.
escalates, and I'm escalating to trial 8, and Carl draws his sword, and he points it at you, and then he says, "I'm gonna go ask the gods myself," and then just like drives it through his throat.
Oh.
And falls over dead.
No! Carl!
I think you had a bad connection. Let me check.
Oh, God.
Oh,
And the
gods
trial-
move in such mysterious ways.
And the trials end.
That's hilarious.
Like, Goss is this like nice point of view character. But
That escalated quickly.
wow. Okay. All I wanted to do was cheat.
Although fuck around. And it is Sir Bronislaw's turn to pick a game.
My gosh.
So now just like curious, like you still get a turn representing your house, but
Yeah.
Call himself is no longer.
Yeah,
It's
Call
like,
is out of the picture.
it's like we can't call you out as a.
You can call
As a character.
someone from the house. So
Right. So we can
Oh,
like target your house for
yeah.
other games, but
Okay.
just not Call particularly.
Yeah, I'll still represent the same house, participate in the games that call for an audience or allies. Yeah, so you can call someone from my house, just not Call.
Okay. My thinking, I would like to see a scene with Goss. Is it Goss? Gossa?
Goss. I think just Goss should be fine.
Goss. I'd love to see a scene with Goss. I'm wondering if maybe we'd have like a conversation over food.
Over
Seems
food.
like a Goss thing
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, and since
Excellent.
we've gone around once already, anyone can call the end game.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
what
and I
page
figure
is
after
it?
that very stressful scene would be good for
Yeah.
shape of show.
For sure.
What page is the food on?
14.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let's see.
A conversation over food.
Back to where we're both more comfortable.
And let's see. So it asked them how you came to be. So I described how we came to eat together.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
I have something that might work for this.
I would love to go with what you want. Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think at this point, Goss has invited you to dine. He has a few like sumptuary things from the far shores of Lunest,
Yeah.
and kind of sees that you've been having a day.
I thought it would be, that was along the similar lines I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I
like,
want to
oh,
like taste some stuff from your home.
Yeah, like we have an expression in Lunest that's more roughly translated, "You have had a day." And I merely thought that we always find that refinement is relaxation, and fine dining is the way to calm the fluttering insects of the soul at a time like this. He chopped off his own head in front of you. Oh, I'm jumping ahead though.
This is why I get along so much better with the envoys from Lunesta than I do with my own people. We can be so horrific sometimes. If only we would just talk to one another.
Well, conversation is a refined art in and of itself, is it not? I've seen so many people who won't even dance. What is living without dancing, I ask
Exactly.
you?
And so many rules about who you're supposed to dance with. You see Prince Sarvo.
And he waves a hand and finds his light perfectly.
How do you look to me?
I think the way I look is like at first glance concerned and sympathetic, but at even a moment's further perusal, it's like it's so studied that it's not that you think he's lying, it's that anybody who watches him wouldn't have any idea what he really thinks. It's like, oh, he's just playing out this or presenting this behavior.
Yes.
And I think his mood, I like the headcanon that he's somehow instigated Sandorial's act against Oak. And so I think he's just kind of amused at this point. Or like he's just kind of a dick. It's sort of like the mood somebody has when watching an ant farm. It's just sort of like, oh, what are they doing now? Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. And then how does Sir Bratislav look at this point?
I think Sir Bratislav looks, I've washed up, but I also have managed to look a little unkempt, just so that you can always be reminded that I was just in something.
In such dire
just like the tousled hair, but like done with pomade.
One like delicate tousle carefully out of place.
And my mood is mostly relief, because I had felt like I had been kind of managing, but also like just kind of checking in on this Goss guy, and like I like know where I feel like I know where all the pieces are on the table except for Goss. Never is always
what the hell is Goss doing?
Like I probably have one of those like giant maps in my room and like do all the things, but I like don't ever know where to put your piece. So I think I'm like curious and studying you.
Oh yeah.
But in a like fun way.
Let's see.
All right, then
I'm looking at the topical question. It looks like I have the lowest muster, so I'm intrigued by all of these possibilities. But let's see. Ask a topic. How did the leading questions figure into the likely topics? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. I will give the topical question of, I'm feeling expansive. What do you want to know about me?
To be honest, Goss of House Lidnest, I have always been curious about why anyone from Lunest would even bother with what is the name of our land?
It is
Resha. Yeah, we didn't bother with Resha. I have visited Lunest once, and I was overtaken. I don't know why you would ever want to leave the area.
Oh, Benti.
Benti. What would you ever want to do with ruling such a backwards place as Benti, if I might speak frankly?
Oh no, Benti is incredible. If we were to be, if Mercifend, the great regal presence of our land, were to be crowned here, Bentiv would become the second most important province. Reshi. And they only send the most important, the most graceful representatives of our place and culture to visit other lands, to present the best face. So no matter how small the kingdom, great is the responsibility. And then he just kind of thinks for a second and then nods like, yeah, killed it.
Nailed
Did
it.
that oral exam perfectly.
No one suspects a thing.
All right.
So yeah, I totally think he's just like the least important person at
Oh.
court. He's just been go overseas for a while.
Like the last of Weather Winter is coming.
Oh,
Ooh, I will ask whether winter is coming.
okay.
You know, in Bentiv, we have, some would call them hill people tales, but there's like a ghost that just like hits me.
We're talking about the Antire here, aren't we? Just between us.
We are.
Like really
Yeah.
awkward stage whisper.
Yes.
Oh.
House Entire is their more formal name. The hill people have the saying that winter is on its way. And I think it's just a fear tactic. I think if Bentiv were to be kept in fear, it's more easily ruled by those who live every day by fear. And I think that there are better ways to rule with pleasure and love. But I'm curious, Goss, do you think winter is, as they say, on its way?
Well, I would never want to overstate what meager knowledge I've managed to gather together about the Antire, but I will say that seasons in their culture, they don't actually have literal seasons. They don't divide the year beyond in any sort of harvest, fallow, planting, regular cycle, because of course they only hunt, and there is only the hunt. And so what we often translate as seasons are in fact feelings. In fact, it was said by Belobius, I believe, that winter is coming was in fact their eagerness to see chaos and take advantage of it at all times. It's sort of like there's a new little cup of tea just around the corner, only between the hill people, that they, if they are saying this now more than usual, it's that they see more promise of discord, and in that, well, more hunts to be had. They are an exciting people, are they not?
They always do have more of a, as you so eloquently put it, pulse of the land.
He sort of produces a scarf and drapes it idly around his neck. Ah, yes. Let's see. Can I do something on my turn? You know, I'm tempted to do just a verbatim bit of conversation here. So he kind of looks left, looks right, leans forward. I have a theory about Kale's suicide. That, in fact, that was his plan all along. That by killing himself, he in fact threw his entire house into a succession crisis, and that in the resulting chaos, his children would end up ruling the entire kingdom. That's why he did it with every single one of the luminaries of House Antire watching. I fear that you may have been drawn into a play that was not of your construction. And that is my turn.
What a way to like slowly twist for Bratislav. A plane out of my construction. Let's see. Let me see.
I have no idea if what I said about Antire made any sense.
It makes
Oh, yeah.
sense.
Making
I
me
wonder-
realize how long it's been since I've improvised.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. Can I do something weird? Mark, tell me if this is not permitted. I think I also secretly invited Prince Sarvo to join us.
Yeah.
Giving him like a little bit of the wrong time so that he would show up late. And so that I could kind of get a pulse on the two of them.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
interaction.
I think that's
Yep.
legit as long as Sarvo wants to. Sarvo
As
can
long-
choose to be
so-
like, nah, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
eat with
Sarva,
them."
you have been invited as well if you want to join in some of this hot goss.
That is, okay, yes. Go ahead and do the quick rename here.
Hashtag hot goss. That was actually
Oh, there we go.
accidental, but
So are we waiting for Heath to say whether it's
I mean,
okay if he got?
Sir Sarvo is a man of honor, so he would show. He would show.
I knew it. Oh, goss, I have a little surprise for you.
Oh, I like surprises. He
I
says
thought-
it in a way that implies that he really doesn't like surprises.
I know that this meeting was just supposed to be for the two of us, but I couldn't resist making sure that you also got to meet the acquaintance of my good friend you saw me dancing with the other day, Prince Sarvo.
Oh, the more company, the more pleasantness. And
Yes.
he does seem genuinely interested. Like, let's see how all this plays out. Does that make it Sarvo's turn at this point, or my turn, or?
Yes.
I think Sarvo can jump in whenever he wants.
Oh,
To what?
Then
Just
we'll
ask a question? Is that how this works?
Yeah, you can ask one of the topical questions, just have a conversation, pass, or leave.
Just reading here, getting caught up.
I also have one if you want me to set one up for you while you get set.
Oh,
but I'm also happy
yeah.
to.
Go for it. Go for it.
I have
Yeah.
something I can.
I think as Sarvo is coming in, and we can totally take this back and go with something different. I'm asking about the advisability of House Stillstone's long reliance upon House Oak. Just to start, just so that I can try to get Goss to be answering it as Sarvo comes in.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I don't know how you do this in Resh, and based on what you were saying earlier, you are not so unwise as to rely on one source for any one thing. Were it to
Oh, no, no.
armaments or yes, and I think that House Oak is indeed one of our strongest military forces, at least in weaponry.
Of course.
Maybe not in person. But I often think it's very unwise that House Stillstone has relied so heavily upon one crutch, should I say.
I
What would
know,
be your
I
advice if you were to be ruler?
Oh, if I were ruling House Dillstone, well, first I would change the color scheme. And after that, I would contract with the hill people. Hear me out. House Empire House Oak is good and decent and reliable with the old traditions. but the old traditions are over time readily learned. One knows every move, one knows every step of the dance and every counter that may be offered. But with them working in concert, whether they knew it or not, with the hill people, the mad, blustering bears of House Antire, performing techniques as random and as they are cruel, well, I think no opposing force would ever find their feet as soon as you had the dance steps ready for the warriors of House Oak. Suddenly some Antarian would come in blundering with a mace and bop you on the head. And yet, if you prepared for the chaotic elements of Antire, wouldn't House Oak send a phalanx in to mow you down with well-practiced swordplay? No. I want to say that Dillstone are good people, but only that they are perhaps too trusting in one source of power. Oh,
Sarva, welcome.
Well, the two of you, eh? Firstly, Sir Bronislaw, I only accepted your invitation to give you one last chance to fight me honorably to the death, which I am going to assume you're not going to take. But more interestingly, is to see that House Lunestra, who I thought to be good, honorable allies, dines with treacherous assassins and liars. Is this the kind of company you keep, House Lunestra? It would be a shame if... No. I mean, if you're dining with his ilk, I don't know that I could trust for that tree flute to not be poisoned.
Quite good. You're missing out.
It'd be a shame if House Lunestra found itself needing to defend its own lands because House Oak no longer cared to associate with allies of murderers.
You keep using that word. Who indeed has Bronislaw murdered? What is the... Oh, can I take a turn?
What is murder?
I want to take a turn of I accidentally spilled the secret that.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that and I couldn't find it. Yes.
And I want to accidentally spill the secret that I may have instigated, or that I instigated Bronislaw's attack.
Yes.
Nice.
And so, I'm not sure technically how I do, or how I prodded Bronislaw into doing this, or how I prodded the house into doing this in the first place.
Machinations.
Probably wouldn't take much. We love assassinating.
Yeah. I mean, if one house for some meager fee performs an assassination upon another, that's the course of business in Deaaaad. And of course, nobody knows there was a fee involved.
And and how is that even different than any of the killings that you have done in the name of House Dillstone? Everyone has a price.
And I cover it gracefully. Not that we paid anyone for. No one, I don't know anything about paying for murder.
Not in money.
and so I cover it gracefully, but do you pick up on it anyway?
Oh, I think I do. I think I do.
We have to give it to him.
Like, very interesting. You're talking of fees and things, Goss. Well, I merely showed because it would have been dishonorable to ignore your invitation. Therefore, if you're not going to turn yourself in and let me take you in honorably, then I will be leaving this sordid gathering.
And Sarvo, if you continue to be so insistent on following every rule, one day you too are going to get caught up in your rules.
You assassinated my brother. It's not a minor infraction.
I did not
You didn't use the wrong fork at dinner.
I was with you the whole time.
Yes, keeping me busy so your house could do the dirty work. Well, enjoy your remaining days, Bronislaw, for they will be drawing to an end.
Wow.
Dramatic exit.
Wish he wasn't
Oh,
so
God.
handsome when he's angry.
I know.
So difficult to stay angry with him when he's angry. I just immediately. Oh, it's so difficult to work with. He follows every rule.
And yet, isn't that part of the charm? Isn't it?
It is. It is just his entire mystery to me is this thing, this insistence upon rules. I don't understand what he gets out of it.
What is it like to live at such sharp angles, so constantly perpetuated?
You would think that I would not be so intrigued by someone just so particular, but
And so
they are
angry with you.
so mad at me. Give him time. I don't think he liked that brother much.
Oh no.
Do you want to call the conversation there?
I think so.
It's-
That sounds great. Sarvo.
Is it time for excellent?
Yeah.
Sarvo time.
Sarvo time.
Bravo.
Oh wait, was that Nicole's
Oh, was it?
meeting over food? So I
Was
I
it
think-
yours?
That was, I thought that was,
I invited Goss.
Yeah, I
so
thought-
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Goss
then
is
I
good.
set the conditions of the. I think, I think I'm gonna do intrigue and muster again.
Nice.
Move that
I
plot.
gotta Figure, and I can't use anything from Dillstone, I guess.
Yeah, nothing from Dillstone, nothing from yours.
Okay. Why do so many of these mention Dillstone? Grr.
Oh, I guess you can you can just not choose from your own house. You can choose from any other.
Oh, okay. Let me see here.
Yeah, so we can still affect Dillstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I had one. I will say House Oak goes to war against House Sandoreal at the behest of House Stillstone. Houses Oak and Sandoreal each lose one muster.
Ooh.
That makes sense. Right.
So
I'm down to 7.
Bronislaw goes to 7. Sarvo goes to 4, and Goss goes to 5.
Oh.
Not how I
Those
planned it, but I'll take
Yeah,
it.
just make them fight, and then you'll rise.
Alrighty.
well, as you know, as boring as this might be, I kind of already had thought about this, and there's not like we have a limited amount of turns.
Yeah.
Because I was going to do some intrigue and muster as well.
Nice.
So much intrigue, so much muster.
Exactly. Seems like some good quick, cutaways.
Yeah.
I figure after my meeting, I go and I secure a secret meeting with the captain of the guard at House Lunestra.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, do you know that Goss has taken up dining with the treacherous, murdering Bronislaw who killed my brother? That doesn't look good for House Lunesta. And I know, you're not in a very good position to defend yourselves if war breaks out without the help of House Oak. But it's not too late to save face for House Lunesta. You, as captain of the guard, you could take your men and
Murder
Ravage the
and,
ravage the villages.
yes, ravage the villages all up and down the seaward coast.
Oh
That would show that you are not in alignment with Goss having casual friendly dinners with cowardly murderers.
no. Oh no.
And so
That
House
takes-
Lunesta raids and ravages villages all up and down the seaward coast, and Dillstone and Sandorial lose a muster each.
Rude.
I can only do intrigue and muster.
Oh no.
And so I think House Sandoriel
I don't need to be in
Hetty-
every scene.
Hetty with like that whole assassination on House Oak worked out really well. So House Sandoriel assassinates the high priest of House Dillstone while he is at worship, which outrages everyone. And the assassin is caught and dragged out. And House Dillstone and Sandoriel each lose a muster.
What?
So,
Karma is a
No
bitch,
one
Bronislaw.
ever goes to that service. Oh my god.
Except for this time. Oh
This
man.
one time.
And we're back to Sir Bronislaw.
Are we? What do I do? Okay, I'm find the page 3.
This is the part where the Lannisters are fighting everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so I just got in trouble.
What is the war one?
Ooh, what is war?
Oh, good
Does
God, y'all.
seem like it's time for war.
Yeah.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Yeah.
You go to war against one person or one house. Higher Muster starts it, and then you choose an engagement and follow it through.
Oh,
And
I
you-
don't want to do a war.
It's basically the same as the questions. Like you make an offer and the other person accepts or declines.
I haven't done an intrigue and muster though, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
go
an
for it.
intrigue and muster because I also think that it'll help us not be so linear and focused on. I am not the bad guy here. I'm just trying. This is a delicate web, and someone has to make sure that all the strands are balanced. And what you see may look horrific in the way that it's being told to you by the minstrels around, but this is to keep a balance. So, intrigue and
Goss has
muster.
hired a whole bunch of troubadours to sing favorable versions of current events about Lunestra.
Yes. Man, I gotta stop hanging out with priests.
And the moral of the story is
religion is bad.
Yeah.
Of course, I just like
fruits are great.
I just like knowing as the player that it was really all started by House Lunesta.
Yeah.
They're
And
the
now
ones
they're
who-
on. Now they're on top.
Yeah.
They're the ones that
It makes
actually made it
sense.
happen.
I don't think that's strategy on Goss's part or anyone in Lunestra.
Yeah, it's like keep them busy while we attack a bunch of people. Cool.
And we already did the war one. I was thinking that House Oak marries their greatest war leader to a shining princess of the unnamed tribes. House
Ooh.
Antire and House Oak each gain one muster.
Ooh.
So
Right.
it kind of showing. Oh, sorry, there's a
Oh.
raccoon staring straight at me.
Yay! Green cats.
Hello, buddy.
El mapache. Oh, que
Fortunato.
mono.
Hee hee.
Oh, Fortunato.
Hey,
Hi,
bonito.
buddy.
Look,
Okay.
here's a raccoon.
Staring
So
at
that
me.
puts Sarvo and Kal up, and Pronislav's on the bottom now.
Yeah, I knew that I would do that to me, but I just wanted to make it interesting,
Make it messy.
make it
Nice.
messy,
It's about making messes.
make it messy, and also then I won't be targeted so much. Look at me, I'm losing.
Oh, geez, is it my turn?
Even the dead guy's ahead of you.
Let's see. What is the bloody skirmish?
The bloody skirmish.
That's where you get a group of guys together and fight.
Sounds like an Edgar Allan Poe story.
And chase. Oh, the chase seems really complicated, but I want to give it a try.
Yeah. Cool.
I know, the war like overwhelmed me.
Let's see. I'm intrigued, or maybe just more amused by Lunest getting hunted by hill people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm glad we're on the
Maybe
same.
maybe
So
after they raided all the villages, the hill people.
Yeah, I think it's the one who got married off. Is like, cool, it's part of the ceremony. We're gonna chase this fucker down.
drops tea, runs. I'm too pretty to die.
Way too tall to run.
I think we're definitely on horseback. How about
Okay.
you?
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm on horseback. I think I'm at a strong disadvantage.
How do you look to me?
Let's see. In this, I look uselessly elegant. Like I am dressed in all of my finery. I was prepared for a garden party, and this was not part of my schedule. And I think that like the mood and a combination of the mood and the look is like kind of like when Wile E. Coyote walks out over the cliff. And there's that moment where he's clocking the camera but hasn't yet fallen down.
Yeah.
Where it's like you sense that Goss knows how bad it is, but doesn't really know emotionally
Yeah.
how in the shit he is right now. Yeah, and then what is the mood of the hill people right now? How do they look to me?
I think they are just having they're like frightening because they are just having a great time. They're like, we're gonna murder you because it's a party. Yeah, the new bride is as part of the like. This is almost like a bachelor party, only we're gonna kill you.
Let's go to improv after.
No. If this looks like fun. So Quarry, that is you. Conduct the chase. First, say where you're getting chased.
Oh man. Well, I think what is going on while I'm interrupted in this. Oh, let's see. This might be a little much, but let's say that there was another envoy from Lunest that was in one of those towns that was just attacked, and he received a message from there that something suspicious seemed to be happening, and so he was finally like, okay, I will get over to this town and reassure this gentleman that everything's going to be fine. I have things in hand. Please stop sending other people here to do my job for me. And so that's where his head is at when he is on the Prince's Road to the seaside village that is now a smoldering ruin.
I think like maybe the bride and like sort of like a entourage of like, you know, half a dozen or a dozen horses. Like she's leading a charge, and there's like a column of smoke coming up to you. She like holds her hand up, and they hang back, and she just like boom, and just like chases right after you, and they're just like, cool, have a good time.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So you give me so you lead us through 4 challenges and admissions. Choose whatever you want, except the third one has to be an admission.
Okay. And let's see, challenges are okay. So you have, oh man, this is a lot.
This is complicated.
Okay, I love this. I press through a thorny briar. Follow me if you want, but through. On tails, you're tangled and torn and must extract yourself, and I gain a coin.
Yeah, absolutely throw.
Yeah, I just want to get Goss into the thicket there.
Let's see, preparing to flip. Flipping. Tails. So which one is it? On tails, I'm tangled and
Tangled
torn.
and torn.
So
Aw.
And
you
I
get
get
one coin.
One coin. Okay. Mark my coin, I guess.
Cool.
And then I just
Yeah, because I'm on horseback, and so you just like duck through the thorns
Yeah.
and stuff, and I just like have to kind of cut my way through.
oh no.
I feel like you get clotheslined by it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Fortunato.
Fortunato.
Fortunato!
You are very clean. Eating all the things.
I like how just like
Yeah, he always stares at us when he's.
You make it look like he's playing bongos.
I kind of is.
You should get him a little bongo.
That'd be awesome. Until he was having all his little raccoon sing-alongs in the middle of the night.
Okay, I'm planning a bit. I'm gonna say I lead a dizzying course through switchback and blind. Follow me if you want, but throw on tails. You're lost and won't find your own way back.
I think I don't follow that way, but I do
Okay,
go
this
like
will
around
lead
and like
very well into
Yeah.
something. And then the third is an admission, right?
yeah.
There are other enemies ahead of me, and I must suddenly change my course. So I get out of the bracket, and suddenly you're there, and all of the bridesmaids are there. It's like the Star Wars stormtroopers thing.
Cool. I will throw again.
Okay, you throw.
You can. I just got heads, so I gain on you and gain 2 coins.
Cool.
Woohoo! And then one more, and then we're done.
Okay, I must suddenly change my course. Okay, so what do I do at that point? Let's see. Well, I want to make it interesting here. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, this makes sense, I think. Oh, okay, I like this. I'm going to end with, I leap out over nothing and make a hard, precarious landing.
Yeah.
Follow me if you dare, but throw. On heads, you gain a coin. On tails, though, you barely catch yourself. You're clinging on with all your strength. And the chase ends now with you at my mercy.
Yeah. Definitely chasing.
Okay.
Cool. So flipping again. Heads. Which one is that?
So you have like,
Tails. I guess
Oh,
I have
okay.
3. So I have 3 coins.
yeah, and then I have 1.
So Hunter has as many or more. So you get to choose one of that list.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, I think I most enjoy, I've somehow turned myself around. I blunder into you.
Cool. Yeah. I think I just like scoop you up and like throw you over the back of my horse. And I think bring you back to House Oak, I think. 'Cause that's where the wedding's happening. It's like, here you go, wedding present. Let's go fuck.
It's just like, what kind of a day have I had? What is even happening?
I'm never going on vacation again.
This other
Now
new
it's Sarbo's
can
turn.
just suck it next time he sends me a message. I'm sure he's fine though.
Now it's Sarvo's turn. All right.
Oh man, that was fun.
I'm glad thank you for navigating that complexity. That was very fun to
I
witness.
think it start. You see a big, very big, sprawling, epic shot of Oak's armies gathering
Mm.
Oh
and
no.
heading off. And you're like, oh, they must be going after Bronislaw. But then, much to your surprise, you see the armies of the House Oak arrive at the gates of House Lunesta
Yeah.
because
Twist.
it's time for war.
War.
He arrives He throws Goss down at the gates. Just like,
Oh no.
we know of your treachery. We
Goss is
know that
having
it
a
was
time.
you that started this whole thing and manipulated House. What is Bronislav's house? House.
Santeria.
Yes,
Sandoreal.
manipulated House Sandreal into that assassination of my brother,
We love assassinating.
thinking that they could take all the brunt for everything while you slowly gained in power behind the scenes. But now it is time to cut the head off of the snake. Prepare for war in a very honorable fashion. We'll give you time to get ready. It's fine.
That's how you get them.
Let's see. How do you
So
okay.
you have the higher muster, right? Is that correct?
I don't at this point. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I do somehow.
So you start. You basically choose one of the engagements and follow
So
it through. It's a
do
lot like the
do
chase.
how do you look
How
to
do
me?
you
What's
look
your
to
mood
me?
Oh
stuff?
yeah, sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you look to me, Goss?
I think there's an air of like grudging respect. Like, you figured it out. Nicely done. Now we shall battle. I think there's also a little eagerness involved there, whether it's well advised or not. And then House Oak, how do you look to me? What's your mood? And Goss just looks like a pile of shit at this point. He needs a nap.
Poor baby.
I think Sarvo has never looked better. His armor is like completely shined up and oiled. He is like just the epitome of a warrior ready for battle. Before battle, when they're nice and shiny and noble looking before they get all the blood on them.
Yeah.
What is your mood, Goss?
Oh yeah, like Goss's mood is that he just wants to crawl into a hole at this point. But again, like the Lunestians are eager and ready to do a very pretty looking war, I think is their perhaps ill-advised attitude.
I think our mood is determined and just wants to end this, wanting to see justice served so that perhaps the lands can get back to some semblance of normality and civility between us all once this poison has been exorcised from our system.
Okay, so I begin the war with the initiative.
That's correct.
And so I choose an engagement and follow through. Okay.
Just from my cursory browsing, it looks like some of the engagements say that you lose the initiative. So I guess that's when, I guess you keep doing things until you do something that loses the initiative, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Or my muster is reduced to 3.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh no. Okay, this is terrible, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
I drive you into the highlands for the untamed tribes to butcher. House Antire, do you rein the tribes in?
Oh yeah, of course we do, because Oak and us are buddies.
Yes.
We got marriage going on here. They call us to help
Oh,
them.
sorry, I did that.
Yep.
So initiative turns.
Oh, it's up to me now.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be running House Lunest into a wall at every opportunity right now.
Fortunately, I was scared of something in the compost.
I feel like this is
Aw.
boring, but yet I just feel in character. It has to be. I feel
Just like House Oak, yeah.
I feel like House Oak has to give you a chance.
Yeah.
That I meet you at the field
This is his weakness. Is that he's
at the seaward coast where we had you ravage those villages.
Oh, yes.
If you cede the field, we need not fight. So this is kind of like your chance. I'm giving you a chance. You can give up, admit all your wrongs, submit, and no blood has to be shed, House Lunesta.
Okay.
Fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we fight and both of us lose one muster, but that might end it right there because
So oh,
oh
you're Sarvo and Goss, right? Ooh. So I go up to 6, and Goss and Prince Sarvo down there. So you're at Goss is at 5 and Sarvo's at 4.
okay.
So I'm
And-
confused about the table because like I chose that engagement. So does that mean I keep initiative?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was confused since you chose fight. I was like, wait, so you keep initiative? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, understandable, but
now you've forced my hand.
oh no.
I call upon my alliance with House Entire to support
Mhm.
me against you in the field. House Entire, do you send soldiers?
We sure do.
Well then, both
Yeah, we
you.
sweep down and just
So wait, both you, my enemy, and you, my ally, lose one muster.
yeah.
That's
So
kinda weird.
How
so
does
we go
that
from
work?
we go from
Bratislav is
bottom.
like taking a bath.
So we go bottom up. So Goss goes down 1, and I go down 1, and Sarvo's up on top.
And let me see, I called upon and I keep initiative, okay? Oh man.
At any point during any engagement, even when you're about to lose muster or initiative, you can declare enough and surrender.
Oh, okay.
War ends with your enemy the victor.
Okay, let me see. I think well, we already had the Seaward Coast, but that still works. I
Yeah.
drive you all the way to the Seaward Coast.
Nice.
Do you have, this is Lunestra, that is, Lunestra. I drive you down to the Seaward Coast. Do you have any allies with ships to support you?
And this means so this has to be another player, right? Because
It could be another player, I guess.
Yeah.
Or-
yeah, well,
Oh, that's a good question.
like the way I'm
Or-
seeing it is that Lunest definitely has a navy.
yeah, I think that's yes then. You choose whatever you like, yeah.
Okay, so
It
I
doesn't
will
say it has to be
say
a player.
I will say that Lunest has several of their ships that have come just in time
Hmm.
to
cool.
support what's
Right.
going down here.
It- So
So
I lose a
sorry.
muster and
Yeah.
initiative turns.
Chaos.
This
Chaos
is war.
reigns.
Okay.
Winter is on its way.
Okay. Yeah, I say I will lay an ambush for you
You dirty
Um,
bastard.
at Staverge,
Oh,
which I assume is one of the
just
cities.
tripped.
Oh, poor Fortunato. At Staverge along the seaward coast, at in fact the destroyed village that we were talking about before. And you have to throw a coin to see what happens.
All right, but let's see. Here we go. 1 is heads, 2 is tails. I got a 2, so I got tails.
You lose one muster.
Oh, this war is such a roller coaster.
And Goose goes up. Sorrow goes down.
We were doing so well.
And
Goss has
initiative
rallied.
turns.
Wait, turns?
Oh no, you keep initiative. Yeah.
No, I keep.
Yeah, I was gonna say he keeps it.
Yeah, I want to do a variation on I retreat into my house's stronghold and say that our army takes to the sea
Oh,
and is kind of holed up on the warships there.
Ooh.
And the question is, do you besiege us?
oh.
Which is kind of not really a siege, but like, do you
Yeah, it
try
works
and
out.
take the
I know what you
battle
mean.
to us?
Oh, House Oak never backs down. We, of course, besiege your ships. As a matter of fact, I think you're probably surprised at our effectiveness of just, they start seizing like every little like fishing canoe in the village and everything
Yeah.
and just swarm out fervently with animal-like
Yeah.
lust and
And we're
bloodlust.
just kind of facing off in this becalmed coastal water. Yeah, so we each lose one mustard. This game ends, but the war doesn't. The siege continues unresolved. And now Sarah and Kyle are on top.
And I'm going to call for endgame.
Woo!
Yeah.
I think
This is
so.
the last game of play. Everyone plays. There's a coronation. So who is crowned? I think it's the couple who from
Who just got
and
married.
who
Yeah.
just got married.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I
according
thought
to
I
my
would be dead
backstory,
by
by the
now.
way, I have two sisters and a brother who were rightful heirs to the throne. My brother was killed, I said. So one of my
it's the
sisters, I
ladies.
guess,
Yeah.
got
So
got married.
Dag and Ursula got married. Co-queens, but Dag's in
nice,
charge.
nice.
Yeah, and the ceremony is, it's conducted in the big castle, the old Dillweed castle. But we've decorated it with basically it was like sent the hill of people in a week before and said like make this place yours, and so it is. It's not trashed, but it is. The style is radically different than what it used to be, and there's a traditional hill people ceremony where there's wrestling and swearing of vows and drinking for 3 days.
So let's see. So question 2 is.
We attend the ceremony for sure.
Yeah. I think Goss is there. I don't think anybody else from Lunest is there.
I think Sir Branislaw is there, but is I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, I think most of the Lunestian forces are still in the siege at sea,
Yep.
and Goss got left behind. It's like, well, I'm going to the wedding.
Branislaw is kind of enjoying that, always kind of hanging out in the second place.
Yeah.
Still gonna spider my way around.
Is Sarvo showing up, or is he?
Definitely. He definitely, even though the war wages on, he takes he comes and gets cleaned up as quickly as he can just for a ceremony, but as soon as it's over, he's got to get back to the war. But he's there.
You saved me a dance.
Of course,
Yeah.
Sir Branislaw, as long as you don't murder any of my other siblings. We'll call it a draw.
You're running out, so hardly can.
In the book version, it says which houses are invited to attend and which houses are forced to attend.
Oh, maybe I was forced.
But here we are. Who supports the new crown? I sure do.
I don't.
Of course
know
I
House-
do.
Yeah, I don't think House Lunest does
Yeah, probably not.
explicitly.
Bastards.
I think Goss does, just kind of on a casual basis.
Oh, bitch.
I think he's just kind of like, oh, they don't understand things, but being us. Hail House. I almost said Atreides. Antire. There we go. Hail House Antire. I'll
Yeah,
bring them around soon enough.
Yeah, I think Santa Real has a similar view, but as a house, we're we've waited, we've been patient for so long. We can be patient for a little while while these
That little candle is
temporary-
gonna burn itself out. Yeah.
little temporary rains happen. We have ruled. And I'm also happy to still be ensconced in my
Yeah. Who will personally fight or continue to fight against the new crown?
I will in my own way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Intrigue.
I could see Goss ending up in a position where he's machinating against the new crown, but he doesn't have any strict plans right now.
I
He's
feel
just
like
trying the mead and enjoying the show.
I feel like Sarvo and Branislaw start having regular meetings as talks, but it's a sort of in shows where it's the friendly but tension rivalry, but also trying to from Sarvo's point of view, trying to bring Branislaw around and make him see the ways.
Branislaw's very enjoying trying to be converted.
Oh, man.
Oh, tell me more about the ways of rules.
Why you should act honorably and honestly and all that, and not assassinate my siblings.
Oh, God.
And then 1 year from now, where are you? Let's start with Bronislaw and go around.
Man.
Ooh, I don't know. I think mine depends on everyone else. So maybe I should not.
Yeah.
I think Goss is back in the kingdom of Reshe and is desperately trying to talk himself out of being executed for gross betrayals against the kingdom. Like the siege did not go well, and they eventually chased it all back to Goss kind of incompetently yanking on strings and seeing what would happen.
Let's see what happens there.
And he's giving a very good speech though, and he may just win people over.
Nice.
And he looks very pretty still, and that holds some currency in that kingdom.
I think I think the war, generally goes in the way of House Oak, and so it kind of calms down. I don't know that. I think it does officially end, but it's one of those wars that even though it officially ends, like the little kind of skirmishes on the outskirts never quite stop. But for Sarvo, he kind of lets him return to a little more normal life. He starts spending more and more time in House Sandorial with his conversations with Branislaw and I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. There's like a certain dynamic somewhere in the back of my mind that I can't quite place.
Like Professor X and Magneto.
Yeah, something,
I'm
sort of
getting
like,
that too.
I was thinking of the old spy friends in
Yeah.
World War Z,
Yeah.
who just kind of check in with each other about what's going on with the world and compare notes and make
Something
sure
like
it's not
that.
to fall apart.
Or maybe a little bit like Garrick and Bashir on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But
That's exactly it.
where there's some like tension, but there's also like some romance. There's also
I'm just a
Yeah.
tailor.
to where like that one person, like Bronislaw's never gonna stop being Bronislaw. He's never gonna like be totally trustworthy, give up his, but it's almost like that affectionate way of like, oh, that Bronislaw.
And I think Bronislav's gotten a little more refined, a little more nuanced, and is like playing the loser very well, and is using that vulnerable position to get back the power that they had kind of before, back to like where they were. But the new thing is that like friendship with Prince Sarvo, and is kind of, instead of trying to get Sandorial on the throne, now Sir Bronislav now has kind of a bigger picture of like what's good for the realm and things like that. And so we're kind of these like, just like a year in, you can already start to see how they are going to be as two old men. Like, well, what's good for the realm?
Well, I also
Real
think,
Game of Thrones was the friends we made along the way.
now that you mention it, I also feel like it's like now that House Oak is on the throne, then it's almost like whatever that attraction Bronislaw felt is even more so like, oh, but now it's also works in my favor to like being good with the people in power.
Yeah.
So it's like
so my belly is showing a lot.
Win-win scenario.
And I think Antire, like they're not used to like holding power. They're used to so like and they're like
the dog that caught the station wagon.
And they like answer like anytime anyone sort of steps up, they're like, cool, let's fight. And so I think they kind of exhaust themselves through like constant squabbles and stuff, and probably she goes off to war and doesn't come back, leaving House Oak's lady on the throne.
Like
so maybe it's
nominally House Antire that's running things, but really it's House
It's
Oak.
more of a like treaty.
Yeah.
Probably House Oak constantly like, while House Antire technically has the power, like you said, when you're like, how do we solve this? Let's fight something. And it's like the House Oak side, it kind of goes like, no, honey,
no.
It's not how we do things.
I think as part of the ceremony, they took each other's last names. So it was like, Got Oak and then whoever Antire now. So like it's still Antire in name, but she's House Oak officially.
And then they give the kingdom to Bran.
Yeah. And that's The King is Dead. That's a
That
game.
was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So the print version says you need cards. because
And we never
because instead of the muster list, basically your muster is your hand of cards. So like however many cards you have is your muster.
Oh.
And there's a couple
Oh.
fun little things where you like trade cards or give each other cards or whatever.
Oh wow! So those are really different editions. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
at the end, there's a couple extra questions, but there's doom cards.
Oh no!
So like if
There is like the winter is coming.
yeah, so if you have any of these cards, you can at the end you can like, and yeah, there's a plague, and or yeah.
Do you know,
so
just out of curiosity,
nice little wrinkle.
which edition is newer? Is the PDF newer or is the printed?
This is the newer one. Yeah.
Oh okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why this is out of sync. I have like 3 versions of it. I picked the newer PDF I have, so maybe there's not a PDF of this version.
Oh.
I doubt it, but if there is, I don't have it. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, it's super fun. This is the first
It is
time I
fun.
played one of these games. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all were here when I was telling Keith. There's another one called Firebrands, where it's this exact same structure, only you're like mech pilots. And like
what?
like mech pilots.
Oh, neck. I thought you said
Yeah.
neck.
I thought the same
Yeah,
thing.
no,
I
it's
was like,
I'm
what's a
just gonna
neck
let this sit.
pilot?
It'll make sense eventually.
Yeah. But it's the same, like, oh, you have like warring factions, but then you have like, but it's like mech fights and chases or sword fights or dances or whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's pretty cool.
Cool.
That was cool. I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, and no prep, no GM, so
Yeah.
I was amazed at what we got out of the attractive qualities, because at first I was like, I have no idea who I am.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as we did the dance, I was like, yep.
yeah, I really like the we give each other the thing instead.
Yeah.
So that we can build them together. That's
Yeah,
I
really
like
I
that a
find
lot.
lots of mechanics where I'm not responsible for what I have to play or the
I
decisions
like
have to
that.
make. I just have
sure.
to fill them
Oh, me
out
too.
and give them reality and
I would-
consistency.
Yeah, I would love to, like. It'd be cool almost if there was like a website set up with all the different things where like everything was random. So it's just like anytime you got to pick up one of
Yeah.
the ways to go or whatever, you could just click a random
Or
button
even
and
if they
throw
just,
one
like,
at you.
made
Yeah,
them
I
dice
like
tables
that.
instead of a
Yeah.
whole other list. So it's like
Mm.
roll 2d6 on this, and
Yeah.
It could be a little text game.
yeah,
Because to me, it's always
Go.
just more fun than browsing and picking one.
Yeah.
Because even like when I was picking, like during the war there, I wasn't looking at the results when I picked it. Because I wasn't like, ooh, what result do I want?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just pick the
I
thing that
was-
makes sense.
uh,
Yeah,
I was just, like, oh, that sounds cool. And then what does it do? Oh, it does that.
yeah.
Which
I like
again,
most
I
of the-
think,
like more than half of the fight ones are like you get your knife in my belly. Do you kill me?
Yeah.
It's like those are fun.
Well, again, it's one of those, we've said this about a lot of the games we play, how it's like, I definitely feel like it's for people like us who are in it for the story and the characters,
Yeah,
and not people who are going to be like, ooh, how do I win? Okay, I'm going to pick
Right,
the thing.
exactly.
Mark just kills himself immediately.
and still won.
Because, you could easily like go, oh, I'm going to pick that one because that'll give my house more muster or whatever,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
found
think
it.
I was looking at results just to see what would fuck with the ordering as much as
Mhm.
possible.
Yeah, I think that was like,
Cause the
eh,
most
you guys.
churn.
Yeah, and I like most of the intrigue and muster. Like you can almost never affect your own house. It's always like
Mm.
machinating with other people's houses.
But
That's-
then
Yeah,
also
that's
now
a
that we've
good thing.
now that we've played through it, like at the end, I mean, the muster really is just there for storytelling purposes as well, isn't it? Because it doesn't actually affect. Like we could have picked anybody as the winner, as who got crowned, right? It
well,
wasn't.
whoever is at the top wins.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know if it mattered.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
thought that
yeah,
was
yeah.
just more like a guide to like, well, generally this person has most power, so but
I do really like the intrigue and muster things being kind of like pillars of storytelling, where this big event happens here,
Yeah.
and then like the dance or chase or whatever that happens afterwards has something clearly to come from. And then if you and then after you do that a bit, when you pick the next intrigue and muster, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
usually
almost-
one that's like, oh no, that one is the next thing.
And
I
those really
almost-
helped set the tent poles far apart, where it was like, instead of just following Bronislav and
Mhm.
Sarvo, we could then be like, hey,
Oh, they assassinated a
this.
priest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost found it counter to where I almost feel like the game shouldn't start. One of the rules is you have to start with intrigue,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's almost the opposite because like when we started with it, none of us knew how to play yet. So Mark's just like, okay, this house does this to this house, and
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, what?
I guess that's
I
like
wanna
the
see-
opening,
What is that?
the
Yeah, it's
opening
like
text you
the
would
teaser
have
of
before
Yeah.
before you even see a character on the screen. Like there's opening
Yeah,
text,
maybe.
like
I do see the
house.
value in at the very top settling in a more character-based
Yeah.
thing, and then
Well, it was just
having a
that
stronger hit on
that one to start off with was just like so dry that when you don't know how you're going to be playing exactly, I was a bit confused. I was like, what do I do with that exactly?
But it does set up like, okay, now I know, because the characters are like, this is who we are. And I think that starting off with that, like, okay, cool, I know that like you hired me to fight against someone else.
that
So
makes sense.
we're buddies and I hate someone else.
Yeah, playing
So
with the
it's-
difference between the character and the house was interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't think I played with that. I didn't play with that too much, but it was nice to see in some of the other characters.
And I enjoy. I mean, that was I enjoy constraints because then
Mhm.
it's less decisions you have to make and it drives you in certain
Yeah.
directions. So it's fun to be like, okay, well, my house generally acts like this, and like you said, with everybody else dictating what my traits were, I was fun. I'm like, okay, I'm a dude who I'm like this, as opposed to me, that is much more fun than just being like, here, Mark,
Yeah.
you tell me, what are you like?
I'm a guy. I got a sword. I think. I don't know. Yeah, it lets you, instead of like kind of like coasting the surface, like it lets you pick a thing and just like dive deep into it. So it's
Mm.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a cool system.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks for taking a jump in a new thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah.
Anytime. I like anything. I just like playing games.
I'm really happy to try such a new mechanic to me.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm most interested in, maybe in RPGs right now, is like, what is the RPG that is least like what I've played so far?
Yeah. And this is the original version of this was a game called Spin the Beetle.
Oh, that's what I
where-
recognized.
Yeah. So basically every player gets a little playbook where you are some sort of insect or arachnid, and you basically spin a bottle and pick someone else across the circle, and there's a list of questions you can ask, and they're like, I reach to touch your cheek. Do you let me? And then there's a series of responses. But some of them are like, I implant my parasitic offspring in your back. Is that okay with you? And they can say yes or no.
It's great for improvisers to learn how to ask for consent.
Yeah, like 100% like it's a game about consent, and it's super nice, and that forms the foundation of this.
That's cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, we played it for, I forget what we played it for a cast thing to get. Did we play it for Speak No More?
I think we did for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just like get people used to asking.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
consent
That is
for
cool.
doing stuff.
I mean, I enjoy stuff like that. It's like, especially because, like, I don't think I've ever really played a game that really went places like where you really needed consent, like where
Mhm.
characters might end up having sex with each other or anything like that. So it is interesting because I've thought about this, even in like the few games that we've played, which never have gotten into that, but where we've gotten into at least stuff where like characters might have romantic feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it is interesting to explore those dynamics of like, how do you do that in a friendly way? And I mean, it's a little bit easier because like I know all y'all real well, so it's not as weird as like if I'm just playing with some strangers. I'm like, I don't know you at all. Can I kiss you?
Yeah, I was playing a game. So there's a community called the Gauntlet, and you can sign up for games that people are running. So I games with them. So I played a couple sessions of a game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which is based off of Apocalypse World, where everyone is like a lesbian warrior of some kind. I was a spooky witch, but like some of the mechanics are from Apocalypse World, where it's like, oh, like when you fall in love with someone, do these things. Like these are your moves. So it's kind of like Masks in that way. It has like do these things. So I was playing it, and it's just like 4 white guys my age. Like this is cool, but I don't know any of you, and like this feels like I don't know. Like I wanted to try the game out because it looked cool, but I don't feel like we are the
Yeah.
We're the
Or
players
actually,
for
I
this
played,
game.
I played one game. The first time I ever met Nicole was that time when I played with you and her and somebody else, and we played some game at your
Yeah,
house.
we played
Oh, Peter was there
Apocalypse
too,
World.
right? Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
Oh,
we played
okay.
that.
I remember like one of my special powers was like by having sex with people or something like that. I got
everyone has a
bonuses.
special sex move. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember
Yeah,
we
is
had
it-
like some big sex party,
Yep.
giant orgy that everybody benefited
Yeah.
from.
Oh, that
It's by
rings
the
a
same.
bell.
It's by the people who did this game. All comes
All
around.
comes together.
Yeah, because Peter was the
The maitre d,
Maitre d'.
Maître d,
He had
yeah.
like a restaurant.
Oh,
Where the
man.
bad guys came in and he was like, kill everyone. Like,
Oh, God.
I had some
That's
weird glove. I was one of the
oh, he had the violator
I don't know,
glove.
wasn't I like a cult leader or something?
yeah.
Someone
you're the
was.
hocus.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
a
like-
cult leader. You had
We
like
had one
a
other
sex
person, right?
cult.
Yeah.
Did we have one more? Or maybe it was just us. Was
I
it
feel
this
like we had
group?
someone.
But I remember that was the first
feel
time
like
where I was
there
ever like,
somebody else there. I don't know
where-
who though.
where, again, it was because I mean, I definitely knew you and Peter, and then like
Mhm.
everybody we all had a cool casual vibe, but
Mm.
that was definitely one of the first times I was like, hi, Nicole Heath. Oh, so we're gonna have sex now? Cool.
Yeah, I do remember that
Hope
being
that's
like,
cool.
because I had heard about Heath through Mark and was like, oh,
Yeah.
I've got to be Heath. Oh, we're
But
having sex now.
I think it was also like less weird because like we knew going in like that's kind of part of the game. Like that is, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
a
That's
mechanic
It,
in the
it wasn't
game.
sprung on you.
Yeah, it wasn't just like
Unexpected.
playing any old role playing game going, hey, I'm gonna have sex with this person. I mean, it's like it was part of
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
mechanics of
like
the
that's
game.
not
Move along the-
necessarily part
Move
of
the car
this.
along the game of life board and
Yeah.
what?
Oh, we have kids now. Great. I guess we fucked. Okay.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, these little pegs in the car fucked. Oh God.
This game just got really awkward, especially because the other kids were still in the room.
We live in this car.
We
Where do
live
you
in the
in the
car.
car with us.
There's no privacy here.
I have one peg leg.
Mommy and Daddy, what are you doing in the front seat?
Why can we never go backwards?
Get back in the truck.
We have to only go forwards.
This game is so weird.
Follow the directions of the spinning wheel.
What's even more weird is I remember being younger, like really liking the game of life. I loved
Oh,
playing
I
the game of
wasn't
life.
Oh yeah.
trying to crap on it.
I loved that game. I think
Yeah,
for
it's
the
a good
same
game.
reasons I loved playing like MASH, though, that there was that like,
Yeah.
ooh, you have a kid.
No, I didn't
think
mean
It was
I,
like some
yeah.
weird thing.
I wasn't
there
trying
for
to
me.
crap on it either, but it's just like when I think about it now, I'm like, I don't really know if I would have fun playing a game of life
Doesn't
anymore.
seem-
We brought it on stage with the escorts, and we played it on stage, and then acted out the scenes of the things that happened. in the game. Like it was a good idea.
Fortunato.
Fortunato,
Nato, what's up, buddy?
you're famous. You're on the internet now.
You're on the internet.
You're
Are you?
sitting
You're just
down.
laying down in our window.
Does he just like hang out there like all night?
Yeah, he's been here the entire game. He's moved from the bird feeders over to the compost bin. He was running. He was like scared of something in the compost bin, and then slipped on a coffee thing or something.
He got within a couple feet of us the other night. It was pretty.
Oh.
He comes
It
and
was,
puts
like,
his
really
nose
cool.
up on the window sometimes.
I like tap on the window, and he's like puts
Yeah.
his nose right up on it. It's like that's a
Oh.
cute,
Buddy.
but this
So
could end
cute.
badly.
Very scary, cute.
But also,
Yeah.
he used to live on our wall, and I had
Oh wow.
I took a pick to the outside wall to bust a hole open, but the first time I did it, it wasn't big enough, so I went out to check, and there's like 2 raccoons like poking their nose out of that hole. I was like, okay, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna make this bigger, and then they got out, and now here he is.
Unfortunato
Thanks.
came by the other day. Unfortunato
Yeah,
is
Unfortunato's there too.
spherical.
Yeah, Unfortunato's living high.
Fortunato, what's up? Okay.
So obviously we need the RPG where everyone is a raccoon.
I think I just backed that one actually.
Yay! Crash Pandas for life.
Yeah.
Where is it? Let's see. Control Y for history.
Hi, buddy.
Mhm. Goblin Country, no.
Is he like,
I
hey man,
just-
food's getting low. You need a refill?
I
out
just
here?"
I just
Mm.
refilled that. Please don't tear it down.
I do what I want.
There was just a game where like, oh, everyone plays little animals. Cool. I guess there's also so I just got a couple of games that are great. I'm still reading through them. One of them is Fellowship, where basically you're
Oh
playing
yeah.
hobbits, and like there's a big bad guy, but the game is about the friends you make along the way, and it looks really really good. But there's another one called Wander Home, where everyone plays forest animals. You have like giant bees for cattle, and the game is just like about traveling between somewhere else in your home.
Huh.
And it's adorable. I haven't read it yet, but it's highly recommended.
Are you going backwards, buddy? What's happening?
Moonwalk.
Just moonwalked across the window. We don't have a television. This is our television.
Friday
Yeah.
night games and raccoon camp.
Last night we had mice again. We hadn't had mice in a while.
Oh,
For a couple days, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
They
fun.
launched themselves across those little
Yeah.
barriers.
We had some raccoons and some baby raccoons in the flue that animal control had to come rescue when they fell into the
Aw.
fireplace. And we're like, hey, could y'all come get these?
We almost had to do that with this guy. Luckily, our house is made of rocks, so we just.
I know. So I was surprised because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like, I don't know, like get the facade off the house and then like get through some like outer drywall or some Tyvek or something. And so I like took a little pick to the rock on the outside of the house.
Uh-huh.
And then there's like, oh, there's my bathtub.
Oh man.
Like there's nothing. There's like only rocks held with like really shitty mortar
Oh
on the
no.
outside. Like there's no
Live in an
outside
old-timey
of the house.
castle.
Basically, we live in a
The
cave.
castle.
So what did you like fix it after that?
No, I just put a brick up against it.
Put a brick
So,
up.
No, we
there.
have a hole still. Yeah.
yeah. So the thing that happens is raccoons get in the roof by chewing through the roof,
Oh,
hang
Jesus.
out in the attic, have babies in the attic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes the babies fall down
into
and
the walls.
into the walls and then underneath the bathtub usually.
Oh my
And they
God.
can't get out either because they
Oh.
don't know where to go or can't climb.
Yeah.
So in this case, it was great because I heard raccoons and I was like, I'm getting these raccoons out.
My God.
Before they just died in there,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
led to several, and
Months.
this is the summer, so this
Oh
was a
my
couple
God.
months of the worst animal corpse smell, like in the center of the house.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
bad.
Oh,
So I'm like,
God.
I'm not gonna hole in the wall. I'm not doing
Not
that.
again.
Luckily, that was not during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh geez. Yeah, you went to that happened while you were.
Oh yeah, I was in
right?
Greece.
yeah.
Like,
missed a
when you
week.
come home, it's gonna smell like a funeral. But
I missed like a month of it.
Jesus.
so you
No
lucked
good.
out, Fortunato.
Yeah, fortunately, you're lucky.
Mhm. It's a good life.
Now he just like hangs out in the backyard every night.
Aw.
Sometimes he'll like you go out and he'll like scurry off a little bit. I'm like, Fortunato, and he turns around.
He likes
So-
Mark's voice.
Sometimes he could, because I would every time, because we named him when he was in the wall. assuming
Aw.
that-
Oh,
so-
that's the name. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd be like, Fortunato, like while he was a baby.
He just heard. I think he just heard you.
Aw.
So I think he knows his name.
That's good. Two raccoons know their names. Raccoons can learn their names and other commands, but because they're very
Fortunato.
clever, they can be selective about when they want to obey. This is
Oh,
on the
commands.
site, Pet Raccoons Good Idea or Total Disaster.
Good idea.
Uh,
I heard good idea. Let's go.
Why not both?
Okay, no, those.
Yeah.
It is legal in Texas.
Should I just
I mean, we kind of do have him as a pet. He's just an outside raccoon.
Yeah, outdoor pet.
Free
They can be
range
trained to use
raccoon.
a litter box.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just the outside.
Just
Or-
stare
yeah.
directly at me.
Oh,
Hi.
they like high quality dog food.
Yeah, we haven't looked at pricing dog food.
Okay.
I have caught the Instacart cart being full of dog food, and
Dog
Mark
food.
has
Hot
caught me
dogs.
doing it. We've both caught each other almost about to buy food for the raccoon.
Out.
He ate
Like a
hot
little-
dogs recently. Yeah,
Just a little person in a bear suit.
he does look like he's wearing a little suit.
Just like I'm gonna be needing some more food soon, people. Okay.
I just filled
Anybody?
those. You're gonna.
Maybe
You're just.
Instacart
He also
some
just
dog
like
food.
scoops it all out and drops it.
Aw.
Fuck these birds. They don't need it.
The never-ending cornucopia is almost empty.
Yeah.
Do you get birds in the bird feeder, or is it purely
Oh, yeah.
street cat?
It took a long time to get birds because it was
Mm.
mostly squirrels for a while, but now we get birds. Once
Yeah,
they
it was
figure
mostly
out.
squirrels, then mostly mice
Oh
and
yeah.
raccoons, and then we got the ringtail cats that are in there pretty
Oh
much.
yeah.
every night,
Ringtails are
all
every
the
night too.
Yay!
and they just like sit in there and eat it.
Hmm.
Yeah. We've had like families of mice in it.
Yeah, possums
Yeah, I
and,
think-
and skunks can't get up there, but
They would if they could.
they
I
would if they
think
could.
sometimes we used to get a possum eating out of our bird feeder occasionally, but I think the dog chased it off once or twice, and now it's scary.
Fortunato.
Poor thing.
Fortunato. No,
I think I have headphones on.
Oh,
I don't think he can hear you.
Fortunato. No.
I don't know you.
I'm working.
All right, I'm gonna get some snacks. I think.
I'm gonna go eat pie. Yay!
Yeah. I want some pie. Let's make some pie.
Okay,
Pie
deal.
time. Time for pie.
Until next week.
Until
Until
next week.
next
Bye for
week.
now.
Bye.
Bye.